When I came to play club cricket here, I think I started to really feel what Bangladesh is all about. Because when you're playing club cricket, you are really with the people. When you're playing international cricket, you know, you're from hotel, you know, to the ground, and from the ground, you know, to the function and things like that. But when you are playing club cricket and you mix with the people and you see the warmness of the people in Bangladesh, and that's when I met, you know, most of my friends. I think every second minute I get a call now. You know, Tatenda, let's go for dinner. You know, Tusha Imran called me yesterday, and he said, you know, let's go for dinner. And Fiki called me the other day, and you know, it's and because you share memories now, real fun, you know, really good memories, because you are really living like a Bangladeshi. So that's why every time when I'm at home, people laugh because I say Bangladesh is my second home. To do with numbers. I think the moment Bangladesh, in sports terms, when they shifted from having, I think when cricket became the #1 sport in Bangladesh, you then get numbers. You then get heroes in the team that a lot of these youngsters would emulate. I think that has been the main thing. So obviously players have got a role to play, and also the management has got a role to play, because I mean, look, the management and the board, they are the ones who are able to channel the direction of cricket in Bangladesh. So to have overtaken and become #1 sport in Bangladesh, I mean, you know, credit must go to, you know, where it's due. Because you see, they are not given much attention because they did not win as much as this team is winning. But in terms of starting the path for Bangladesh, I think a lot of credit must go to them. I mean, Habibur Basha as a captain, I think his team was the first team to go overseas. I think they came to Zimbabwe. So they started the pathway on the playing field. And I mean, a lot of credit must be given to them. They are the ones who then gave the, you know, the baton stick to the second group, which is your Shakib Al Hasan, your Rahim. So I think their importance must never be, you know, can never be overemphasized. Well, I always enjoy what I do, and I always enjoy being, you know, close to some of my friends, because you know, some of them I played and we share memories. Like I'm talking about sharing memories with some of these players in Bangladesh. I share a lot of memories with some of these players, and you see, sometimes it's also easy. I can almost know what a player is trying to do, you know, whether it fails or it does well. You can almost tell while you are sitting out there. You can almost tell what they're going to do next. So I think that for me, you know, helps me when it comes to decision making. Definitely, I think Sikandar Raza has done so well for himself. He's done so well for the country. And I remember when he came onto the scene, he was just a little boy. And one thing that impressed me with him, which still is very impressive today, is sometimes I ran away from him. And the reason why I ran away from him, because he's always asking questions. Always. I remember I used to run away from him when he was a little boy. And he was saying, okay, so, sir, how do I get better at this? How do I get better at this? Can I also stay behind when you do your practices? And so he learned a lot from me talking to him. Up until I started running away from him, because he always had questions. And he still does. And no wonder why he has done well, because he's not shy to ask more and to want to get better and better and better. So really credit goes to him for what he's done. I mean, also he works hard, and you can see when he does well, you know, he's really hurt. You know, but when he does well, you can see he's really happy, and he gets that confidence to go on. So, I mean, he's done well for himself, and he must be a proud guy. Guilt that I have, the only little guilt that I have, is that I used to know a lot of information even when I was a player, but I don't think I managed to pass on enough information to the next generation. That's the reason why I have taken the post that I've taken because I want to then impart that information to the younger guys. I want to tell them how to do things. I want to be able to teach them how to become successful. I want to, to be able to teach them how to become a world-class performer. I didn't have much ability, but I was able to learn a lot from other players and worked hard, which I know for a fact Sikanda got a lot from that, and he says that as well, so that's the guilt I have now. When I do anything, I give 100%. I do not do things half-heartedly. So when I played and decided it's time to retire now, because I was going to work for the calling that I got into the church, I knew I'd given 100% about my playing, and now with a different role, I think I will also give my 100%. But as long as let me go back to the first question. I think when he feels that he's going to, it's now time, he will know. I don't think Mushrafi will get to a point where he'll keep forcing himself, and when he knows that it's really time. So I think when the time comes, he will know. And then number two, it doesn't matter what group you've got and how many, probably if there are 5, 6 that are in the same age bracket. As long as you've got numbers, which Bangladesh has got numbers, you see, as long as you've got numbers of competitive cricketers that are coming through and youngsters that are being thrown in here and there, then you're fine when that group leaves for the next group to come. So I think Bangladesh has been doing that. If you look at the youngsters that have come in, there's quite a number that have already played international cricket. So I don't see, as it stands, I don't see that being a problem. I think there will be a nice transition.